Makakausap natin ang isa sa mga legal counsel ni Senator Bato, si Attorney Israelito Torion. Magandang gabi po, Attorney.
Hello, good evening. Magandang gabi po. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Magandang gabi po.
Well, Attorney, nabasa na po ba ninyo yung sagot ng OSG sa inyong TRO petition? The OSG says, kung nabasa na po ninyo, anong reaction nyo po dito?
Well, we are preparing our reply, no? Comment that they filed. We are given 3 days within which to file our reply to the said comment by the Office of the Solicitor General.
Okay, the OSG argues that RA 9851 authorizes the government to enforce the ICC arrest warrant without need for validation by a Philippine court. At hindi rin naman daw po ito extradition case na state-to-state yung agreement. Iba daw po yung ICC surrender. Your thoughts, please.
I hope I will not be committing a violation of the sub judice rule, no? Because this is an ongoing case. But I think the people also have the right to know. Well, that is the stand of the Soljan, but we respectfully disagree, no? Simply because of the fact that the right of an accused person, no, even in cases of warrants of arrest by foreign courts, no, it really includes recourse to local courts. And this could not only be seen under Article 59 of the Rome Statute, which states if you read again Article 59, a custodial state ang nakalagay dun eh. And a custodial state, according to ICC-ICRC agreement in 2006, refers to a state in which a person under which a warrant of arrest issued by the ICC is detained while awaiting transfer to the seat of the ICC. So this refers to a member or non-member. And besides that, granting for the sake of argument, kasi nagsabi nila, we could no longer invoke the Rome Statute, which is actually funny because you could not cherry pick provisions of the Rome Statute, such as the warrant of arrest when it favors to you, while at the same time preventing us from invoking Article 59 when it favors us. That is not the rule. But granting for the sake of argument that such can be accepted, this is not only governed by Article 59, this is governed by customary international law. Like for example, we are a signatory in 1986 to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. Article 9 thereof allows the accused to resort to the court in cases of local courts, in cases of such eventualities. Articles 8 and 9 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights also allow such remedies. So lahat po ito, meron din tayong precedents. The El Masri case of Italy in Ivory Coast, that also happened insofar as one accused is concerned. So this is not a new case.
Okay, Attorney, dati po kasi sinabi ni Senator Bato na willing siyang samahan si former President Duterte sa ICC at alagaan pa ito. Ano pong nagbago sa pananaw ng kliyente ninyo?
Wala namang nagbago. Ang sa amin lang naman, kasi if you read Article 17, surrender or extradition. If you note, yung extradition, may rules na pinalabas yung Korte Suprema.
Yes.
Anong gawain mo, sa RTC ka magdaan. Sa surrender kasi, even during the deliberations in Pangilinan versus Cayetano, na-discuss po yan na hindi po kinopya lahat ng Pilipinas yung procedural mechanism as to how to effectuate surrender in the Philippines. So, kung baga, wala tayong procedural rule as to how to effectuate it. Saan ba natin idaan na korte? RTC, Court of Appeals, Supreme Court kaagad. Wala po yan. Kaya hindi po pwede na i-shortcut natin at kunin si Bato at idiretso na sa Hague, Netherlands. Yung mga foreign judgment, kailangan ng confirmation ng local court. Ito pa na arrest warrant which involves liberty and life of a person.
No, Attorney, kung talagang naniniwala si Senator Bato na walang jurisdiction yung ICC dito sa kanya, no? Bakit parang umiiwas siya na humarap sa authorities? Hindi ba dapat harapin niya ito head-on?
Kasi nga, yung gobyerno, di ba, ilang beses na namin sinasabi, the government should have a clear stand. Would it be a surrender or would it be extradition? If it is surrender, show us the procedural mechanism upon which the rights of the accused would likewise be respected. Kasi hindi naman po pwede na dakpin lang kaagad siya at dalahin sa Netherlands na parang manok. Tao po siya, lahat po ng jurisdiction ng maski nga sa Italy na member na mismo ng ICC, idinadaan yung kaso ni El Masri na isang Libyan na dakip doon at he was even found to be he was even found that his rights were not respected. He was released. And yung nasabi
Attorney Torion? Hello, Attorney, naririnig niyo po ba ako? Hindi po namin kayo naririnig, nawala po ang inyong audio.
anong nangyari.
Ayan, alright, sige sir.
Walang clear procedural mechanism dito sa atin as to surrender. Kasi sa Pangilinan versus Cayetano, klaro po yan doon sa deliberations po ng kaso na hindi kinopya lahat ng Pilipinas as to the procedural mechanism as to how to effectuate surrender. Hindi po pwede po na diretsuhin lang sa dakpin papuntang Netherlands because this would contradict customary international law.
Okay.
Italy nga na member ng ICC, yung si El Masri, Nassim, nung taga-Libya siya, nung nadakip sa, Italy, he was given the chance to have remedies in the courts of Italy and he was found to be, his rights were violated and he was released. Italy na nga yun. Ivory Coast also, mayroon ding nangyari na isang akusado. Dumaan din sa local courts. Yun ang amin.
Attorney, can you categorically tell us kung nasaan ngayon si Senator Bato or are you intentionally withholding that information to avoid a possible arrest?
What really happened at that time was 1:30 ata ako or 1:40 ata ako lumabas. I was even interviewed outside So, I was pagkatapos nun, because I was so pagod na rin, natulog na kaagad ako. Hindi ko talaga alam. Pagbalik ko the next day, the same day, mga 9:15, kaya pala nagtanong yung supervisor sa akin, attorney, sino nagpa-akyat mo dito? Of course, presumably.
And to clarify, attorney, aware po kayo or hindi na umalis po siya ng Senado?
Hindi ko alam at that time. Doon ko lang na-confirm mga akala ko nung pagka morning pagdating ko 9:50, 9:30 nandun pa siya. Kami ni Attorney Jimmy Bondo, akala namin nandun pa siya kasi nung nagputukan immediately before nagkaputukan, nagkahiwalay kami, lumabas pala siya doon sa opisina ni Senator Cayetano.
Attorney, anong oras niyo po siya huling nakita?
Sa opisina ni Senator Padilla.
Anong oras niyo po siya huling nakita, attorney?
Mga before kami lumabas, mga 1:30, nag-selfie pa kami doon sa crime scene.
Are you in touch with Senator Batong right now? Do you know where he is?
I am in touch with the family but not with him.
Okay.
Kasi nagaping daw yung cellphone ko, i-contact ko siya. So I'm not contacting him.
So you're confirming, sir, na nagtatago siya ngayon?
No, I'm not. He's not making himself available. But if you want to call it that, that's your right also. That's your opinion.
Okay, we understand. But what's your next step in case the Supreme Court will not issue a TRO after the 72-hour period na ibinigay para mag-comment yung mga government agencies?
We are hoping and praying that the Supreme Court would act. Then if it will not, then we will see. We will cross the bridge when we get there.
Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Attorney Israelito Torion, the Legal Counsel for Senator Bato de la Rosa.